U.S. Secretary of State arrives in Laos to attend ASEAN meeting.
Trump warns Netanyahu of Third World War if he loses U.S. election.
Stories about the caretakers at the Vietnam, Laos International Martyrs Cemetery.
Welcome to today's news. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through the day's latest update. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived early Saturday in Laos, where he will attend a regional meeting and hold talks with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi.
According to the U.S. State Department, Blinken will discuss the importance of complying with international law in the East Sea at relevant ASEAN meetings. Secretary of State Blinken is expected to meet Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on the sidelines of the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning said that Wang and Blinken would exchange views on issues of common concern. This is Blinken's 18th visit to Asia since taking office more than 3 years ago. Blinken has prioritized promoting a free and open Asia-Pacific region.
Donald Trump on Friday warned there will be a major war in the Middle East and potentially a third world war if he fails to win the presidential election in November.
The former president made the remarks in a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, held at Trump's Florida residence of Mar-a-Lago. Trump affirmed that if he wins, it'll be very simple. There will be a major war in the Middle East and potentially a Third World War if he does not win November's election. Trump has also made dire predictions about what might happen if he does not win back the White House, including a claim that the stock market would crash. In Florida, Trump sought to underscore his support for Israel, citing his administration's decision to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal and impose sanctions.
On the occasion of the 77th anniversary of War Invalids and Martyrs Day, July 27, the delegation of the Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and Fatherland Front of Nghệ An Province commemorated President Hoi Ming and heroic martyrs. At the special National Historic Site of Kim Liên, Nam Dan District, the delegation respectfully offered flower and incense to express their deep gratitude and respect to President Hoi Ming. Offering flowers and incense to express gratitude for the heroic sacrifice and great contribution of the late General Secretary Lê Hồng Phong, Comrade Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai, former member of the Southern Regional Party Committee, former Secretary of the Saigon Chợ Lớn City Party Committee, 217 Soviet martyrs of Nghệ Tĩnh and the heroic martyrs of the Red Cities. The delegation vowed to forever follow the example, learn the morality, revolutionary ideas, and steadfastness of the communist soldier. The party committee, government, and people of Nghệ An province are determined to unite, join hands to overcome all difficulty and challenges, to excellently complete all political tasks assigned by the party, state, and people. Coming up next are some updated news.
Vietnam Expressway Corporation said 8 rest stops on the North South Expressway in the eastern part of the 2017 to 2020 period have been negotiated with investors and contracts have been signed. And the goal is that by the end of this year, the essential works of all stations will have been completed. Specifically, the entire site of 3 rest stops on the Mai Son, National Highway 45, Dien Chau, Bai Vo, Cam Lam, Vinh Hao expressways can be handed over in August. Part of the site of Nha Trang, Cam Lam, Gi Sun, Dien Chau routes can be handed over in August and they are expected to be completed in September.
The General Department of Taxation has just directed tax authorities at all levels to strengthen inspection and examination of e-commerce activities and business on digital platforms, strengthen compliance monitoring for organizations and individuals selling goods and receiving commissions from advertising in live stream sales activities. Accordingly, it requires tax departments, tax offices, branches and relevant units to request business establishments to strictly issue electronic invoices, ensuring that 100% of transactions, including e-commerce transactions, are recorded and fully issued electronic invoices, gradually strictly control input invoices, ensure tax declaration and payment in accordance with legal regulations from production to circulation, from import to sales.
Announced the top 15 cities with the most attractive cuisine in the world, including Hanoi in Vietnam. This great honor is an opportunity to promote cuisine to the world. Hanoi, with its rich culinary culture, offers visitors unique culinary experiences from popular eateries to high-class restaurants honored by Michelin. Hanoi cuisine is famous for its sophistication, lightness and diversity in the natural flavors of local ingredients. The Hanoi capital once won the leading position in the category, Culinary Destination, on TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Best of the Best, an annual award given based on community reviews and opinions over a 12-month period.
Quiet but worthy of honor, simple but no less noble. That's the job of caretakers at the Vietnam-Laos Martyrs Cemetery. On the occasion of the 77th anniversary of War Invalid and Martyrs Day, July 27th, we would like to tell a story about the caretaker at the Vietnam-Laos Martyrs Cemetery. Graduated from university in June 1999, in December, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai came to work at Vietnam-Laos Martyrs Cemetery. Nearly 25 years working as a caretaker in this cemetery, she has always been diligent in her work. Whether it is hot or cold, she still quietly takes care of a grave and keeps the cemetery ground clean.
My father was a seriously wounded soldier, fell ill and passed away. My uncle is a martyr and rests in this cemetery. My husband is a soldier. I love my job.
After more than 30 years of searching for his adopted father, who died in 1969 at the Nam Phong front, Siêng Khuon, Laos, Mr. Vũ Thế Mạnh in Nam Định was finally able to find his father at the Vietnam-Laos Martyrs Cemetery. He could not help but move when he saw his father's grave being well taken care of, even though the grave name was still unknown. Being assured of the care of the caretaker here, after finding his father's grave, he and his family decided to let him rest here for a while longer.
My father's grave was found 2 years ago. In the past 2 years, my brothers and I have returned to the cemetery several times. We are very happy to see that the cemetery management is always attentive and takes good care of the graves in the cemetery.
The Vietnam-Laos International Cemetery was built on an area of nearly 7 hectares, and it is the resting place of nearly 11,000 heroic martyrs who were soldiers, experts, and Vietnamese volunteers from 47 provinces and cities across the country who sacrificed their life for the duty of protecting the fatherland and the loyal international friendship between the two countries of Vietnam and Laos. The management board here currently had only 8 people, so they must really work with all their heart, so that they can complete their work well.
Taking care of martyrs' grave is also an honor. Despite many difficulties, we always try our best to complete the job well as to educate the younger generation.
Day and night silently watching over the heroes and martyrs who are resting in peace. For the caretaker of cemetery, this is not only a responsibility, but also a gratitude to those who sacrifice for the independence and freedoms of the nation, and to educate the tradition for today's and future generations. That is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and see you next time.